Good afternoon and welcome to the City Club of Cleveland. My name is Paul Harrison and I am President of the City Club's Board of Directors. I am pleased to present today's speaker, Dr. Eugene Sanders, Chief Executive Officer of the Cleveland Metropolitan School District. Dr. Sanders has served in that capacity since July 1, 2006, and immediately embraced the district's challenges with a thoughtful, creative, energetic, and collaborative style. In February 2007, Dr. Sanders unveiled a bold plan to provide a number of opportunity schools of choice within the Cleveland schools. As part of that plan, the district operates 4 single-gender academies, Ginn Academy, 2 regional science, technology, engineering, and math, or STEM, academies, and the Family Academy. More recently, the district has, under Dr. Sanders' leadership, launched an ambitious academic transformation plan to forever change the district. That transformation plan reflects a frank assessment of performance and the realization that Cleveland schools must do better. As Dr. Sanders stated in his transformation address, he is committed to do, quote, whatever it takes, close quote, to effect the transformation. The transformation plan process included a collaborative effort with community forums and was driven by research and best practices in student achievement and school reform initiatives. Since arriving in Cleveland, Dr. Sanders has been active in community organizations, serving among other activities on the boards of the United Way of Greater Cleveland, the Cleveland Museum of Art, the Great Lakes Science Center, IdeaStream, and the Greater Cleveland Urban League. Dr. Sanders has received a number of prestigious awards, including State of Ohio recognition for education excellence through the annual Dr. Martin Luther King Observance, the Accomplished Graduate Award from his alma mater, Bowling Green State University, and the Ohio Superintendent of the Year Award received by the Martha Holden Jennings Foundation. Dr. Sanders received a doctorate in educational administration and supervision, has authored a textbook on urban school leadership, and has authored articles on achievement and organizational improvement in schools. I am pleased and honored to present on behalf of the City Club of Cleveland, Dr. Eugene Sanders, Chief Executive Officer of the Cleveland Metropolitan School District.
Thank you very much for that very kind introduction. I am delighted to have the opportunity to be back yet again here at the City Club to provide an update and an assessment on the district schools and also provide some context and analysis of educational issues and policies around the nation. I want to thank the President and the members of the club and to acknowledge the presence of Mayor Jackson and the Vice President of our board, Ms. Dempsey. Ms. Rodriguez is here, and Ms. Milam is also here. I always like to recognize the board members because they provide a check for me every 2 weeks, and I'd like to continue to have that to occur. We are, again, delighted to have this chance to talk about the Cleveland Metropolitan School District and to embrace the upcoming school year, which starts just a few days from now. And so there are a group of teachers who are here with us as well today, and we are all excited about the start of the new year. It's that time of the year that we all get a little excited and lose a little sleep the day or two before the start of school. The only thing that's different is that we don't have to worry about what we're going to wear before the first day, but we are excited because the children that we serve are coming to be with us next Thursday, and we're excited to have them. Today, we want to spend some time talking in large part about the transformation plan and the direction of the district and where we're headed as an organization. We think that that's very important. Any superintendent of schools or any CEO of a school district would love nothing more than to stand before their community in the annual address on schools and declare with certainty that the state of our schools is indeed strong. Faced with the unprecedented challenges that's facing our district and education around the country, I can certainly stand before my community today and say that the state of our schools is as strong as our shared commitment to meeting the challenges of the academic transformation plan. For the future of our children, for the future of our city, and the future of our nation, we can and we must take bold, aggressive action to transform our schools right now. You've heard me say on a number of occasions that the time for more studies, the time for more committees, the time for more review is over. The action and aggressive steps that must occur to improve upon our district is before us. And I am pleased that there are many of us, thousands of us, ready to embrace that particular challenge. The transformation logo on the school banner that greeted you today when you came into the club says exactly what we need to say about academic transformation. It's just not about transforming our schools, but it's really about transforming lives and the lives of everyone who works and lives here in Cleveland. At no other time in our history have our schools been faced with such a dynamic and critical challenge facing our students and families. What we need in 2010 is breakthrough thinking, risk-taking, and thoughtful action and planning to move our district and our community ahead. We titled our transformation plan, Whatever It Takes, to stress the urgency of the actions that's needed to take place right now. The time for conversation, the time for meetings is indeed over, and now is a time for action. Living and working in the 21st century calls for us to adjust to changes that are rapidly occurring in our community and to aggressively find ways like never before to tackle them from top to bottom, from bottom to top, and for every single school child in our district. Today it is estimated that the average student is given in a given day will spend only 2 hours reading a book. But if given the opportunity, they would spend 5.5 hours on a computer, 3.5 hours playing video games, and if we allowed them, as much as 16.5 hours watching television, and 5 hours uploading music and movies on their iPods and other related technology. So the challenge before us is quite clear. And now the question is, what shall we do? In the digital age, students learn by doing, not by being instructed to do something. That means teaching students to think, to create, to analyze, to problem solve, and to share information in ways we never did when we were growing up some years ago. Today's students will have 14 different jobs by the time they're 38 years old. And many of those jobs are high-tech jobs that have not yet been created. So the question is, what shall we do? In hiring and preparing teachers for classrooms today, we must expand our efforts to align professional development with increased integration of technology in the classroom. But we must also strengthen the contractual language so that a teacher's seniority is properly balanced against a child's right to the best possible teacher for the designated learning condition and opportunity. The question is, what shall we do? We also begin this year with the winds of change at our backs. Increased federal pressure for our schools to reform, to new educational practices for the first time being backed by some federal funding and initiatives to make it happen. Thomas Friedman says we are on the cusp of one of the greatest eras of innovation that the planet has ever seen. That means our schools must be ready to plug in and play in this world. And that is exactly what the academic transformation plan of the Cleveland Metropolitan School District is indeed all about. Over the course of the last year, I've had the opportunity on a number of occasions to probably have 40 to 50 different community meetings talking about the importance of the academic transformation plan.